Hi guys and welcome to our WISI channel. In this video, we're going to discuss how much you can earn when you work in Japan. Pay attention as just like in any other country, the salaries and wages depend on which prefecture you work in. For Filipinos listening out there, we will help you convert this into Philippine Peso. Feel free to watch this video over and over again and make sure to like and subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications for our channel. Now, before we begin, it's important to note the following. Number 1. The calculations you see here today are a rough estimate only and do not include overtime pay. The actual income you can earn depends on the company you will be hired by and the prefecture in Japan you work. It is unlikely that overtime will be included in the employment contract, so it's better to ask your potential company if they offer overtime. Number 2. Japan's minimum wage is adjusted every October of the year. Japan is very progressive when it comes to setting their minimum wages and adjust to the yearly inflation and interest rates. Don't expect it to change too much, but at least the Japanese government is constantly adjusting. And number 3. It's important to understand the difference between gross income and net income. Very simply, gross income is how much you earn before deductions like taxes, insurance, rent and utilities, and net income is how much you are left with after deductions. Net income is what you can use to spend on your own food, remit back to your home, and save up for your future. Now that we've taken note of these things, let's move on to calculating our possible wages. Japan has a daily paid and monthly paid system, and we will be referring to the daily paid system for the calculations here. It's important to remember that Japan has a no work no pay policy, so if you are absent for whatever reason, you will not get paid. Here we will show you 3 different prefectural minimum wages and an estimate of the deductions per prefecture to give you an idea of how much you can earn depending on where you work. It's actually very easy to calculate how much you can earn in Japan. Here, check this formula out. What you see on screen is a standard formula to calculate your gross income per month. Here, we have 8 hours of work per day. When you multiply that by 21 days of work per month, you end up with 168 hours of work per month. You then multiply this by the prefectural minimum wage. So if you are working in Tokyo, the minimum wage is 1,072 yen per hour. So you multiply 168 hours x 1,072 yen and you get 180,096 yen. Tokyo has the highest minimum wage per hour in all of Japan, so if you work in another prefecture, you'll receive slightly less than this. For example, as of October 2022, the current prefectures with the lowest minimum wage in Japan are Ehime, Kochi, Saga, Nagasaki, Kumamoto, Miyazaki, Kagoshima, and Okinawa with a wage of 853 yen per hour. If we calculate the wages here, we will replace the 1,072 yen per hour with 853 yen per hour. So we multiply 168 hours with 853 yen per hour to get 143,304 yen. This is how you calculate the minimum wage in Japan. So if you're looking to work in Japan, the gross minimum wages are roughly around 143,304 to 180,096 yen. To convert this to Philippine Peso, with the current conversion rate of 0.4 pesos to 1 yen, we multiply the minimum wage x 0.4 pesos. So 143,304 yen x 0.4 pesos is 57,322 pesos. And 180,096 yen x 0.4 pesos is 72,038 pesos. So you can earn somewhere around 57,322 to 72,038 pesos before taxes and deductions when you work in Japan. Remember that this is a standard and companies can vary what they offer. Companies in Japan offer work from 7 to 8 hours per day, and more working days per month. Despite the different offers companies can make, you can calculate your gross income per monthly using this formula. Now that we know how to calculate our gross income per month, let's try to calculate your net income per month. Table 1 shows the estimated gross and net income per month of 3 different prefectures in Japan. Rent in Japan differs per prefecture. Rent in major prefectures and highly urbanized, developed areas like Tokyo, Kanagawa, Osaka, Aichi, Chiba, and Saitama are likely to be higher than cities with lower minimum wages like Ehime, Kochi, Saga, and other cities. When you live in a prefecture with higher minimum wages, some companies can charge up to 20,000 yen per month per person. When you live and work in prefectures with lower minimum wages, some companies charge 10,000 yen while some may even let you stay rent-free. Utility costs all around Japan do not vary too highly, so it would be safe to budget from 5,000 to 10,000 yen per month per person here. This may end up being less if you are sharing your dorm with other people and if you are conscious about saving up on electricity, water, and gas. Taxes are dependent on your earnings per prefecture. These vary depending on your earnings and are somewhere between 2,000 and 5,000 yen. Social insurances also differ based on prefecture and earnings. These include contributions to the national pension system, health insurance, and employment insurance. The deductions can range from 20,000 to 27,000 yen. So as you can see, the earning potential differs per prefecture. Again, it's important for you to take note of these things when you see your employment contract, so be sure to read your contract properly before you sign. One last thing, the cost of living differs per prefecture as well. Cost of goods are generally cheaper in the provincial areas. You may think that just because you are working in Tokyo that you are earning more than others working in other prefectures. While that may be true, you will also be spending more as things are more expensive in Tokyo. So at the end of the day, you end up with roughly the same amount in net income anywhere you work in Japan. So that's what we've got for you today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to click that subscribe button, like this video, and share it on your Messenger, Facebook, Instagram, and other social media platforms to help your friends and family understand how much you can earn when you work in Japan. See you next time.